It's happening!
And we're live.
We're live. We're live with SFR Season 6, Round 14 in Saudi Arabia. It's the finale of Season 6. I just went on about this topic for a while in F2, but feels like last day of school. We got only 14 people on track. We've got a bunch of people with technical difficulties, namely Cookie, for example, or Season 6 champion, not showing up because of internet problems. It's not
I
him
think we're
being
going to
lazy.
attribute that to him having his appendix out.
Yeah, Cookie with
We're
the
actually having a reserve drive of
Cookie with an
cookies.
appendix surgery, a la Carlos Sainz. As
Exactly.
if you're an eagle-eyed viewer, you may have noticed that actually isn't Q1 the same duration as short quali?
Yes, it is.
Oh, never mind then. Okay, but uh, so there is no way you could have noticed. But this is short quali. This is not Q1. It's because we have fewer than 16 people, which means there's no point in doing a Q1, which in
Hold
turn
on a
means we
minute.
would not be respecting driver's time if we didn't do short quali.
I also believe
So,
using short quali, this has actually solidified Taco's Rab Cup. I think that means he's
oh,
won now.
really? Well,
It
in
depends
that
on what
case,
the.
congratulations to Taco for winning Rap Cup, but I'm not sure if that's 100% correct.
I'm not 100% sure,
I
but I'm
haven't seen
pretty.
the numbers. I don't know.
Let me verify this while we're
Yeah, I didn't do
waiting
my
for some
homework.
cool lap.
We're gonna go on board with Ryu. Ryu is reserving in Cookie's seat for Red Bull. Ryu, who got, I believe, got P2 in the Alpine last round in Singapore. That's a very impressive result for Ryu. Oh, it's so weird to see these cars go so fast around Jeddah now, after watching F2 for 90 minutes. Seriously, I'm not shitting on F2 cars, but like legitimately, the difference in speed is like very noticeable when they're going around the hairpin, for example, turn 13. There's this big difference in
Fair
how the
enough.
Red Bull looks around the corner. It's like it looks very hooked up and everything. So, how are you even checking who's winning Rap Cup? Are you just like looking
I'm
at
going.
results?
I am right now. I'm having to make a new spreadsheet. My last one corrupted.
Oh, really? Okay,
Um,
interesting.
shouldn't take too long.
Ryu
We're
crosses the
currently
line.
on race 5, and Benny is in the lead.
Oh, okay.
Now we're gonna go to race 6. Taco draws.
There's 14 of them, so maybe don't list everyone.
Good point.
Rio gets 27.2 on his first hot lap, and Alex is provisionally P2 in 27.9. But that's because many of the faster, realistic cars have not finished their hot laps. There we go. Pandishpan finishing his lap 27.7, 5 tenths behind Ryu's Red Bull. We're gonna have Kogoda. No, not Kogoda. Vodka is finishing next as the Mercedes. Henry finishes a lap 28.6, slower than the Williams. What the hell? What in the hell? Miniko starting a hot lap there. Big Sauce finishes a hot lap 28.8, slower than the AlphaTauri of Taco. So Big Sauce so far not doing amazing here on Jeddah. Also, I believe this track should favor Williams because it's a top speed track, right? And Williams has good top speed compared to AlphaTauri, I believe. Although
Does
Singapore is supposed to be the opposite, and I remember Taco saying
now
that AlphaTauri was awful in Singapore. So
now I need your opinion on deciding if someone counts as a Rab Cup point here. If someone in Q3 gets disqualified
oh
because
yeah,
they haven't
I know what you
classified
mean.
as P16,
Yeah,
does that
it's
count
Taco
as
in
a Rab Cup
Singapore,
point?
right?
Because if that counts, Taco is the winner.
I'm,
Otherwise, it's a draw
I
between
mean,
him and Big Sauce.
I'm pretty sure that counts.
But it's disqualified.
Even though it was
Qualified.
kind of bullshitty. I know what you mean, but I'm pretty sure that counts because like, how else are you gonna settle that?
Well, it could be the first tie of the Rab Cup.
You you could say the same about like a good driver in a good car dropping to P16. For example, imagine if Max Martin has a really bad quality and he like gets P16 in Q1. Does he deserve the point? It's the same as Taco getting the
That's not the
DSQ,
point.
right?
The difference is he didn't qualify there.
Yeah, I get you, but
Unsure.
okay,
Maybe we'll have to leave this up to the
yeah,
fans.
let's just say we're gonna decide with the staff later, because it's not like Wrap Cup is,
It's not the most. Well, I think it's
it's
the
it's
most
not officially
important.
decided yet. So let's just say we're gonna decide with staff later, and we're gonna settle the count back and
Oh.
everything. Because we shouldn't make decisions on stream. That's kind of weird. Also, I'm gonna quickly close the race for a second because I just realized I'm not on streamer mode, which means we can hear my Discord pinging. Okay, there we go. Back to the race. Right, who is on a hot lap? F1 Senna looks to be on a hot lap. Let's follow F1 Senna's on board. They're currently in P4 provisionally. Because this is short quali, it's a bit tighter, a bit more on the edge, because no one is just trying to get by. Everybody's trying to be as fast as possible on their hot lap, on their main hot lap.
We also noticed Ferrari's missing a driver as
Oh yeah, Lennart isn't attending, and they didn't get a reserve. I mean, same for a bunch of teams, right?
well. That is true.
There's 6 people missing, so the number of people, the number of teams that are missing drivers has to be like what, 5 teams?
Yeah, to be
I know
fair,
Haas. I
probably
know
didn't
Haas
need
is missing
higher
both.
reserve, but it's always good to let another person drive. I think it's always better to have more cars than less.
Your mic is a bit weird today.
Oh, is it?
Could it be that you're just like talking too much away from it, or could it be like
Let me
actual
turn up the
tech
gain a
problems?
little bit.
No, I mean, after I said that, when you said, "Oh, is it?" and stuff, you sounded fine. So maybe you were just kind of talking like away from the mic
Looking
or something.
away.
Yeah. Now it's completely fine. It's really good now. Um, F1 Senna was not on the hot lap. That was my bad. Vodka's on the hot lap. Now let's follow him. Vodka's actually come back after a while, right? Mercedes had to get many reserves in a row, I believe, because of Vodka's low.
Well, Vodka
What's the
has
word?
only attended
Sabbatical.
7 races, so yeah, it would
Yeah.
make sense.
Vodka had a big break in the middle of this season, including like almost the end of the season. But now he's back
It's
for the
good to see
finale.
him back.
Did he just improve? Oh man, I honestly wasn't paying attention because I didn't like catch it in time.
Let's check. I double check the race directors for you, sir.
Turn going in.
So he improved by about 0.2 of a second.
So Vodka snatching that P5 from F1 Senna then.
Yes, he did.
Interesting. So far, Rulatorn's on pole. And Max Martin and Ryu right next to each other in P3 and P4. I'm really not used to seeing Red Bulls next to each other this season, so this is a strange visual for me. Is that Miniko on a hot lap? No. Miniko is
definitely not.
that's an in lap from Miniko. Alex is definitely on a hot lap with this much battery being used there. So let's follow Alex on board. So far, P9 doing
Williams are going to be attempting to try and see if they can steal P7.
Oh, yeah.
Is it in the constructors? Like 10
Are they
points
that high
behind
up?
Alfa Romeo.
Right. They're probably stomping Haas at this point because Haas has just not been attending, right?
Yeah, they're way ahead of Haas, and well, Haas haven't got a driver today, so.
Yeah, Haas is nowhere to be seen today. Is Haas the only missing team? Let's see. In the bottom tier, we have both teams. Haas versus Alfa Romeo. Haas is missing, and Alfa is missing one driver. Alpine and Aston, we see them both. McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari are all here. Yeah, so Haas is the only fully missing team, and other than that, we have a bunch of teams with one driver. Aston Martin, Alpine, Alfa Romeo, and Ferrari. So that's 6 drivers if you do the math, yeah. That has been the story of this season for Haas, actually. The only team without the driver in many rounds, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would say considering they've had so many events where they've not had the drivers, it's not too bad.
Yeah, a
what
bunch
you
of
can
them was actually
see.
like bad luck. It's not even
Yeah.
just like
If you
the
look
team
at
being managed
the
poorly or
team
anything.
standings, you can see that Haas have only attended 10 races, when the next one is 12. So
Yeah. 12 is pretty low too, I guess, if you consider.
so that's four races they've missed completely.
That's a lot, yeah. And that also includes this one.
Yeah, it does.
Ruletorn about to start a hot lap in contention with Kogoda for pole. Only 14 hundredths of a second between them. Oh, Kogoda just started a hot lap actually, so we're gonna follow both Kogoda and Ruletorn along and switch between them on their hot laps. As they appear to be the main rivals here for pole position in quali. Is there time for the Red Bulls to do a lap? Oh yeah, there's still plenty of time.
Loads of time, like 6 minutes.
So shouldn't be a problem for Max Martin and Ryu to get into the mix as well, and maybe even Vodka can contest these top times when he starts his hot lap. As Kogoda is proving that Vodka does have the car for it, at least. Oh, I guess we haven't told the viewers that we also switched safety car to reduced for this one. After having an insane amount of safety cars, many of which were not needed in Singapore. We just wanted to tone it down a little for the finale. If the finale had 6 or 5 safety cars like Singapore, I would cry. So, and this track, you know, this track can have that happen. So I think it's for the best. And also, in general for the league, I think we're gonna consider just like globally having way fewer safety cars on street circuits, only on street circuits. So, for example, Baku as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Kogoda going in, abandoning the hot lap here.
Oh yeah, I think one of the drivers is requesting your attention.
Oh, really?
Race director.
Okay, I'm gonna check Discord quickly.
His Vodka is now starting his hot lap.
Oh. I mean, that driver is asking me to do stuff that isn't allowed in the league.
Fair enough. His Vodka is 1.5 tenths up on his previous lap. So if he continues at this pace, that would put him in P4 so far if he doesn't make up any additional time.
And P4 over Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
Could also beat Max Martin if he improves a lot in the third sector.
I'm on about based off his improvement on the first sector.
Yeah.
And he does improve by 3.69 tenths.
Ruletorn finishing his hot lap. This could solidify his pole position. But he sees that he didn't improve much and goes in, actually. Or did he... Wait, did he already improve a little bit when I was dealing with the thing on Discord?
He abandoned the lap.
Vodka abandons?
Oh,
that's so weird. You said he improved by so much. What happened there?
Yeah, he must have made a mistake in the final sector.
So where he lost like half a second because he like almost spun or something, right? That must have been
probably
something like that. Okay.
But the good thing about this circuit is I don't believe the tyre wear is too high.
It seemed very high in...
somehow does manage to join the server.
It seemed very high in... yeah, he has an invite. It seemed very high in F2. But... And also the nature of the track would make it look like... the tire wear should be high because you have all these like, you know, high speed.
But I guess a lot of these corners are pretty much straights, aren't they?
That is an argument for the tire wear being low. Yeah, that's true.
So it is a bit difficult, actually. What do you drivers think? Let us know if it's a high wear or a low wear circuit. While you're driving, of course. Oh, Ixish has managed to join in his car.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to deal with that in a way that doesn't restart the whole lobby, because that would be a huge pain for all the drivers. Very unfortunate when people don't take like regulations seriously, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I think Exige doesn't understand that we have to keep up certain precedents and stuff going.
It'd be unfair on all the previous drivers, I guess, that weren't allowed in.
Vodka just invalidated on what seems to be a hot lap attempt, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe he's just going. Maybe he's just doing an out lap or an in lap. Actually, is there even time for this to be an in lap? Definitely not, right? Anyway, yeah, you cannot join the session after the lobby has started, like without you. There is no way to race when you've missed the lobby. There's lots of reasons for that. It's not just because we hate you or something. Basically, one of the main reasons is we really don't want to set a precedent where. Oh, Henry disconnecting. I'm gonna get him an invite quickly. We really don't want to set a precedent where someone can just like for example, let's say you're in an AlphaTauri, and this is a realistic performance league, right? So AlphaTauri is gonna probably be out in Q3 all the time. Let's say you're in an AlphaTauri and you're like, oh, I'm gonna skip quali today because I don't care. I'm gonna be starting P20 anyway, right? That could make it so like everyone starts doing this, and then there's no one in quali and like only top cars competing in quali. That would be a bunch of nonsense. We cannot let that start happening, you know. I invited Henry again. Oh, Henry actually won't be rejoining because he says his steering wheel keeps turning off. So we're down to 13 drivers in Jeddah here. Tragic. Wait, that means we're gonna.
Hmm?
That means we might have 2 AIs on track. Shit.
Oh, God.
Maybe not. I'm not sure what the game does. Actually, should we maybe restart the lobby to not have 2 AIs? What do you think? Like, genuinely. Are you busy talking to your drivers, maybe?
I'm just trying to think as
Oh,
well.
okay. I thought you went like AFK or something.
No, sorry.
Rula got pole, by the way. I'm not really doing my duties as a commentator because I'm trying to like figure out problems. But Rula got pole, Kogoda on the first row as well. We're considering restarting the lobby here, so that we don't have
Depends
2
on, I think.
AIs. And we're also gonna need to discipline Ixish if this ends up being an AI because
No, it's.
because
To
that's
be
a
fair, he didn't
huge
see that. Until
that's a
after he
huge
joined.
problem. But
So.
Henry's thing obviously isn't his fault, so Henry might be an AI here. Yeah, okay, let's do